What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here, just chilling out at the pool area. No one's down here. No one ever comes down here until like later in the day or on the weekends. This place really starts to rock. But why am I not inside the apartment? I don't know. I just wanted to maybe see some sunshine or whatever. I don't know. Really struggling with this heat. I'm not used to this heat. I'm not built for this heat. I'm a Colorado boy, but yeah, I am so behind on my videos on doing some vlogs because I've been working about every day trying to catch up on hours that I'm going to lose when I fly back to Colorado on Friday, and I don't need to do that. I'm just really anal, and I just want to always be producing more than I'm spending, and I know I'm not going to be working for like 5 days, so that's why I'm doing that. But anyway, it would not be exciting vlogs unless you wanted to see me, making some lunch in my apartment and having some coffee or something like that, because I have just been trying to recuperate whenever I'm home. It's been, like I said, it's been super hot. Yesterday, I worked a position at Sunset. What is it, Rosie's and what is it, Catalina Eddie's, I think is the name of it, over off of Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood Studios. Sorry, my brain is seriously fried from the heat. I had to do a busing position because it's a position, it's a restaurant that I'm not signed off on as far as knowing, product knowledge and all that. And I got to work unbelievably. What an idiot I was. I got to work and oh man, talk about egg on my face. I get there and I've worked so many spots in Hollywood Studios before. I know the park very well, but I never ever really get food or go over to Hollywood. Sunset Boulevard, where Rosie's is and yada yada. So I'm assuming it's the same costume, which is like my blue shirt, my red pants. I'm backstage getting ready to go to work. It's an early shift. Usually I'm much better at scoping out a position before I work it. But this day, I thought, I'll be fine. It's the same costume, I'm sure. I'm walking backstage and I'm going towards Sunset. And I see some people in other costumes that I never really paid attention to. I've seen people wear these costumes before, and I'm not really thinking anything of it when I saw them earlier. But yesterday I'm thinking, oh no, please don't let it be that I'm wearing the wrong costume. And I see on the back of the building it says Sunset, and I'm seeing cast members wearing something different than me. I walk in, sure enough, everybody is wearing a completely different costume. And people look at me and they're like, hey, how you doing? They're thinking like I'm working somewhere else and I'm over there to get something, or I don't know, whatever. And I'm like, hey, I'm here to work. And I go like this, like to show my costume. And this one guy just goes, oh. And I said, yeah, oh. Like, talk about awkward. I said, where's the coordinator? Where's the supervisor, basically? And he points me to a certain direction. And I go over, talk to the coordinator. I said, look, I really screwed up. I'm supposed to be starting, like in 5 minutes, and I need to go to costuming. Luckily, it's on property, but that's not a quick fix, So she's like, okay, clock in. I said, thank you for being so understanding. But I said I can make this my break. You know, I'll try to get this done in X amount of time, where it can just be my break. And she's like, don't worry about it. You know, things happen. She was very, very understanding. She did not have to be that cool. So yeah, it is just getting really hot. I don't know why I'm out here. I'm actually gonna cut through, get some shade. This is just way too hot to be out here. Anyway, I run. She tells me clock in, you know, so at least I'm on the clock, because that's gonna be a half point if I clock in late. And I'm running to costuming. I'm backstage. It's hot. It's hot yesterday. I get there. You ever try to pull off a shirt that's wet with sweat, or put on a new one when you're covered in sweat? That's what was going on yesterday. That's what I had to deal with. So I go in, I find the costumes. You know, it takes a minute to find everything that I need. You know, it's basically a warehouse the size of these costuming locations, and find what I need. Go into a changing room, and it's literally a fitting room. It's not a room to change your costume. They're very adamant about they do not want you to be using those to change for a shift. So I go in, I change out my costume, and give me 1 second. I gotta pull out my phone to go back into the pool area, because it's all done on our phones. Go sit back down in the shade. Anyway, so yeah, I go in, I find everything. I'm peeling off my costume. Like I said, I was running. It's Florida. I'm sweaty. Take it off. Try on the new costume. It's all 100% different. You know, different different pants, different shirt, different apron, different hat, different belt, everything. Whew, man. It's early, and it's already really starting to get hot. But anyway, it all fits. Take that off, put on what I was already wearing, go check that costume out. Now I'm in an area where there's bathrooms, showers, locker room, all that basically. I go in, change into my new costume. Well, now I have my old costume. What am I supposed to do with that? You know? And you know, some spots have lockers and stuff like that for you, but I don't have a lock with me, so I have to run back to my car. And I'm running. I mean, I'm literally running this entire time. And I get back, you know, get to my car, throw everything in there, running back. I'm backstage, running, have to get on stage to get backstage again, if that makes sense, to get to the area where I need to. My nipples are chafing from the material on this shirt, you know, because it's kind of like a hard cotton polyester blend, I guess. It's not like soft, you know, it's not Egyptian cotton. I finally get back, I talk to the coordinator, and you know, she was so cool, so understanding. It almost took 20 minutes, you know, and I felt terrible. So I get my assignment, and I figured it was going to be bussing, and it was. I had to go outside and bus with a couple other people. And if you're familiar with Rosie's, I'm pretty sure it's called Rosie's. Man, I'm embarrassed to say that because, you know, I've never worked there before. But it's right off of Sunset, right near Tower of Terror. There's a lot of tables. It's all outside. About 50% of it. I mean, there's a good amount of shade. There, you can even argue that there's fans. There's a bunch of fans. The fans don't do anything. You stand underneath it. It's literally for decoration, or maybe they thought it would help cool stuff down, but some of the other cast members were like, if you stand under these fans, they don't do anything. Yeah, it's true. So I was out there for 3 hours, and it's incredibly hot. It's incredibly hot. The one nice thing was I got to have some great guest interaction. A lot of people asking like, hey, where's the nearest place to get some coffee? Where are the nearest bathrooms? What's your opinion of this restaurant or that restaurant? I got to talk to a couple people that have never been to Galaxy's Edge, and they were really looking forward to checking it out, asking me where is it. So I'm pointing them to where that is, and I love that. I'm pretty extroverted. I love talking, so having that type of interaction with people is right up my alley. But someone comes out, gives me a piece of paper. I'm getting bumped out to take my break, so that was cool. I still got to take my break, even though I was, technically late. But man, I sure did pay for it, having to run. And I mean, I had pressure on my chest, like, because I was stressed, my cortisone or cortisol, whatever, levels were probably just through the roof. But I go take my break, and when you're done with your break, you get your assignment, your new assignment for what you're supposed to be doing. And it basically tells me to go talk to a supervisor. And I go talk to a supervisor. Well, that part of the system, the guy's got a tablet. He's looking everything up, and it's down right now. So I said, should I just go back on busing? He's like, yeah. Oh, man. So I'm out there bussing. After 2 more hours, so I've been out there for 5 hours now, I go inside and I find a different coordinator, and I said, how long is too long to be out there? I've been busing for 5 hours. And she's like, oh my, okay. Yeah, because they know it's really hot that day. Yesterday was brutal. It was 98 degrees when I left. It was 98 degrees, and I think the humidity, I can't remember. It was like, was it like 100 or something like that? It's just brutal. Like, man, I'm starting to sit in some, getting hit by some sunshine here. I gotta wrap this up because it's getting way too hot to be out here. But, where was I going? Oh, she looks up my proficiencies, which means my training, things that I can do, and she's like, oh, okay, you've got alcohol training, yada yada yada. She's looking at everything, and she's like, go do counter here, at Rosie's. And I'm thinking, thank God, I get to be inside. She gave me like a quick, I'm not joking, like a 60-second rundown on the different mixed drinks that they have, like a Jesse punch. There's a certain order to do some of these things. And I had to ask a few times, like, we ran out of stuff, like, hey, where's more of this, where's more of that? But cast members were super helpful. And everything was like, there was only 2 other people up there, and it was just running so smoothly. And that's why I've been picking up extra shifts at Hollywood, because I'm really thinking about putting in for a transfer. I already have a transfer in for Galaxy's Edge, but that's for like attractions, and that would not take effect for like another 9 months at soonest. But I don't know. I'm not thrilled with the water parks. It's more clicky, and people, I feel like people forget that they're on Disney property, like, as far as the professionalism. So I'm really thinking about doing Hollywood Studios, and it's easier for me to get there. It's closer. It takes me about 8 minutes to get to the parking lot for cast, so that's pretty cool. Still got to figure out what I want to do, but that's why I've been checking out some different spots. I worked, Outback, Backlot Express a few nights ago. That was cool. Music is cool, but it was another busing job. It was only 4 hours, but man, 4 hours And if you see, there's so much seating outside, so a lot of it was outside, and I'm trying to keep all those tables clean. You're sweeping up the ground. I mean, it's no joke. Like, when you see custodial people working in the parks, like, man, give them some credit, because those guys endure a lot, you know. Girls and guys, you know. It's no joke. Speaking of, like, the heat, when I was working the other day, I had to do a special event over at Typhoon Lagoon, and it was like, I can't remember what it was, like a 10 or 12 hour day, and it was so hot. That was the day that Wilderness Lodge, their AC went out, so they were giving people free passes for the water parks. So it was super busy. I saw 2 people faint at Typhoon Lagoon. 2 guests faint. Older ladies, but I was working a counter position over at Typhoon Tilly's, and like, I was one that, like, you know, people running up to me, you know, other cast members asking for water, for Powerade, for smart water. Like, it's no joke. It's really hot out here. You know, it's one thing to visit these parks, but it's another to be working out in it, in the elements. And you know, you're doing everything you can to stay in the shade, but sometimes there is no shade, you know. So it's this is very challenging. I'm not, like I said, I'm a Colorado boy. I'm not used to this type of heat, and I just have not been putting out content because I feel like I'm in complete recovery mode, and I don't want to seem negative when I'm doing these vlogs, because I have gotten comments of people saying, oh, you know, you've been negative lately. It's like, you know, cut me some slack, you know. Like, I gave up everything as far as my friends, my family, my comfort zone, everything that I know back in Colorado. I lived there for half a century. I gave all that up to try something new, you know. It's scary. A lot of people don't have the cojones to try something like that. I'm still shocked that I pulled the trigger and did it. I'm enjoying everything, but, you know, I'm still trying to figure it all out. And you know, Jill and I are looking at houses, and because we don't want to stay in an apartment forever. There's pros and cons to being here. I mean, it's a beautiful area. I mean, look at this pool. It's absolutely wonderful. It's very safe, and we're super close to everything. But anyway, yeah, just that's where I've been. It's just been really hot, and I'm trying to recover, and I'm trying to think about everything that I want to do with this Disney gig, because I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this work is no joke. I mean, there's people that leave comments that are cast members or were cast members working in food service, QSR, and like, they say the same thing. Like, yeah, it's no joke. Like, it will humble you real quickly. It's so neat being working around this theming, but you're working. You are working. Like, when I worked Backlot Express, you know, every time I went outside to check those tables, make sure everything was clean. You know, I'm hearing Indiana Jones music. I'm hearing Star Wars music. How cool is that? You know, I mean, I would not have gotten into home theaters probably if it wasn't for Star Wars. When they did I think it was back in the 90s when they did the re-release of everything. I think unfortunately it was the special editions and everything, but all done with a new Dolby Digital soundtrack. And I remember going to an IMAX theater off of Hamden and, God, what was the name of that place? I-25, and doesn't matter. Anyway, it was an incredible experience, and I ended up getting a job at Soundtrack, which is now gone. Basically a stereo, really cool stereo home theater megastore. See, I'm getting off track right now, but anyway, got a job. It was like one of the couple times I tried to get out of the food industry, but I mainly got that job so I could get discounts on home theater equipment. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. I haven't talked to you guys in a few days, so I probably have a lot up here going on. So Anyway, I'm gonna cut it short now. Jill wants to get over to Pop Century so she can get some Mickey waffles, so we're gonna go do that, and I have to work later tonight at Hollywood Studios, so I don't want to push myself too much because this heat is no joke. Like I said yesterday, I think I said it was 98 degrees when I got off of work. It was unreal. And the day that people were fainting when I was working at Typhoon Lagoon, the heat index, I guess is that the right term? The feels like temperature was 112 with, don't quote me, I think they said it was 100% humidity or 99% humidity. Like, if I don't put a video out like for a week or so, just know that I succumbed to the Florida climate. So, because it's no joke, and it might get worse here in the next couple months, which is absolutely terrifying. One thing I'll say about Disney is, you know, they really keep on you to make sure that you've been drinking water. They were actually handing out electrolytes the other day for cast members, and you know, because they don't want cast members dropping dead. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.